What's up, everybody? Garrett Grumley here with Duty to Train. I wanted to do my Sunday podcast from the car because I had a kind of an interesting morning, and I think that this is, I don't know, I want my Sunday podcast to be kind of the better one out of the week. So I was thinking about what can I talk about, and I think I got a pretty good one for you, and that is the idea and struggles with the devil. I've become quite a big believer in religion, obviously, and God, but really, I think that the devil, I don't, when people are like, oh, I don't believe in the devil, really, all the evil that's going on in the world, you think that people are really that evil? I think that people are weak, but I don't know, I just see the type of evil and stuff going on in the world, and I feel like it's got to be, to me, the devil just kind of makes sense. It makes sense that someone's actively trying to make the world just a really crappy place. And just on an individual level, I think it makes it a lot easier to try and be a better person if you view all of your bad decisions as being inspired by the devil, right? Because if you don't think or believe in the devil, if you don't think about the devil influencing your actions, then you're kind of just in battle with yourself. And when you fail, it's just kind of this, you kind of just failed yourself, right? You just had a weak moment, and you'll get them next time, right? But if you think about everything that you do, and every single bad action, and it doesn't have to be a terrible thing, right? Every time you give into a weakness that you shouldn't give into, that's the devil, right? And if you kind of flip a switch and put your mind or think in that mentality that you're constantly in battle with the devil, I think it's honestly, even if you don't even believe it's true, if you're I don't know if I really believe that, I think it is a useful way to go about life. Because I have really, and I'm just starting on this journey, so just being honest, I've had a real hard time in my life with physical fitness. I'm, compared to the average person, especially nowadays in America, I am pretty physically fit, but I have high standards for myself, and I get really down on myself when I'm not physically fit and when I'm not working out. And I'll get really in shape, and then I'll totally fall out of it, start eating junk food, treat my body like crap, eat a bunch of garbage, and then I'll basically go on this spiral all the way down until I just kind of hit rock bottom, for me personally. And then it motivates me to get back into the gym, and then the cycle just starts all over. And then I'll start working out until I feel really great, and then I'll be like, oh, I made it, and then I'll just, go back down. And this morning, I went to bed at 12:30 last night because I was making YouTube videos. I've been trying to, one of the things about being an entrepreneur, and I really do need to focus my efforts on getting good sleep because I do have an issue. I can basically go one night with minimal sleep. And right now I'm running on about 4.5 hours of sleep. And I woke up this morning and went for a 30-minute swim. And in order to do that, I have to kind of get up early enough so that my kids aren't getting up, because my wife sleeps in, and the reason why she sleeps in is because she has a brain tumor. She's on some drugs that make her really sleepy, and so she needs to have more sleep, and it just really affects her if she doesn't. And I'm good with not having a lot of sleep, so it just works out that way. That's why we're great partners in lots of different ways, and we balance each other out well. And so I have no problems waking up early. I actually like getting up and going in the morning, so it just works out well. But the reason that I have to get up in the morning is because if I go to the pool when the kids wake up, or if I'm there when the kids wake up, then they'll start making a bunch of noise, and they'll wake up, my wife, and she won't be able to get good sleep, and then, it really does affect her. It's not like she's just being lazy. I want to give her credit, but she, is on some medication that makes her sleepy, and so she really needs to have good night's sleep. So for me, I just got up this morning and I went to sleep at 12:30 last night, so it was hard for me to wake up this morning. But I thought about it, and it was the first time I had thought about it in this way when it came to working out this morning. But if I had not worked out this morning, the devil would have had me all day. He would have gotten to me right when I woke up. Right when I woke up, he would have ruined my day. And I'm not going to swear on this channel. I'll just make that commitment. But I said, F you, devil. I was and I got up and got out of bed. And I woke up at 4:45. So I went to sleep at 12:30 and I woke up at 4:45 so that I could be at the gym by 5 to go for a 30-minute swim, which is not easy. Like, that's not an easy thing to do. And but my kids wake up around 6, so I knew that if I wanted to, and the gym's super close, it's like, you know, like a half mile away, so it's really convenient. But I knew that if I wanted to get to the gym and come back before my kids woke up at around 5:45 to 6 a.m., I had to start swimming at around like 5:05, and so that way I could be done by 5:35. You know, so I had to be at the gym around 5. So anyway, I woke up at 4:45, but I don't know, I made like a mental switch in my head, and I said, not today, devil, not today. And now I feel great. I feel great. He didn't get me right at the beginning of my day. He didn't ruin my day. I didn't let him ruin my day. And I got to say, and like literally the entire time I was swimming, I was like, F you, devil, F you, devil. You know, I beat you. I beat you today. You didn't get me today. And I think just mentally, it's a lot easier to battle something that's like an external force. If you feel like you're battling yourself, it almost feels like an internal battle that you're constantly in struggle with. But if you kind of start thinking about it as though, you know, and I honestly believe this, it makes sense to me that, like, I know what I'm supposed to do. Why does my body keep saying this? And it just kind of makes sense that there's like an evil force out there that is trying to make me have a bad day, because it affects my day. It would make me feel crappy all day. It affects me as a husband. It affects me as a father. Like, I am so much better of a person when I'm physically fit and when I work out. And so if the devil can get into my head and say, hey, just do it tomorrow. Just do it tomorrow. We'll you know, you deserve this. Like, you know, worked really hard last night. You stayed up till 12:30. You deserve like some rest. Like, just sleep in. You deserve that. And there's a difference between, you know, when you know you need sleep and you know that's what your body needs, and when you know you don't and you know that you're just being lazy. When you know you're being lazy and you give into it, you're giving into the devil. And if you can just make that mental switch between, you know, having an internal struggle between yourself and just like kind of the good side and the bad side of yourself, and then, you know, instead of believing it in that way, thinking there's literally this evil force out there, the devil himself, trying to ruin me every single day. And every single time I say no, I win and he loses. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's like a little game. You make it into a game and you win every day, multiple times a day, right? And he's constantly, you know, trying to challenge you. Like, I get angry driving, and I'm going up to the beach today, and I'm probably going to get all angry, you know, and he wants to ruin my day. He wants me to have a bad day, because if I have a bad day, then I'm not as good of a dad. I'm not as good of a husband. It puts me in a bad mood, right? Maybe that night, you know, my kids asked me to sing them a song, and I'm like, no, because I had a bad day, right? So I'm not being as good of a father. And it's like these small things that add up over time, and then they end up like destroying you and tearing you down. So, and all of that, you know, can start with, like, instead of going to the gym this morning, I just slept in. But I didn't. I was able to say, F you, devil, and I got up and got after it. And now I feel great. I feel great. And I do believe in the devil. And, you know, and I know that makes him unhappy. And that makes me happy that he's unhappy. So, you know, I think it would help if you have a hard time committing to things. And if you do believe in the devil, just make that mental switch. Start viewing everything that you choose to do that you know is lazy or arrogant, or, you know it's dumb. You just know it's the wrong thing to do. Just remember that is the devil tempting you over and over again, like literally dozens, if not hundreds of times a day. And every time you say no, you win. And you make the world a tiny little bit better. Right? Because when you're better, you can make positive impact and affect positive change on other people. So do that. Fight back, become a better person, and just win those mini challenges. And beat the devil, right? Beat that evil person or that evil spirit. And honestly, it makes you feel like pretty darn good. So I think that that'll really help me going forward to stay like on track with my workouts, because I've really had a hard time with that, and I've struggled with that for a very long time. So that's going to be my personal challenge to myself. Every time I want to do something that's bad, like, I'm going to try and remember, like, that's the devil. That's the devil. And be honest with yourself. Like, if you need a rest day, you know, you can earn a rest day. That's different than being lazy. You know, a good earned rest day doesn't make you feel bad. A lazy day ruins your day. So don't let the devil ruin your day. Stay safe, live free, keep the faith. Talk to you later. Have a great Sunday. See ya.